Winter is coming to Central Florida. Temperatures plummeting here in Orlando in round 3 of the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions at Lake Nona Golf and Country Club. But a former #1 in the world is on fire today on this moving day. It is really chilly. There's Nelly Korda beating the conditions. You got earmuffs on, whatever it takes. Lots of layers. On a really tough day to play, Nelly Korda is making it look easy. Grant Boone, Morgan Pressel, Paige McKenzie with you. Tom Abbott, Karen Supples out on the golf course. Amy Rogers has interviews for us. Lydia Ko was tied for the lead when the round began. She's now 5 back as she tees it up at the par 3 13th, and Karen Supples is there.
And having only made her first mistake of the week on the previous hole, so she's not really doing anything wrong. Just Nelly's been going absolutely crazy today in a good way. Lydia has a 6-iron for this par 3. Difficult hole, wind heavily off the right.
The first bogey of the week, Paige, for Lydia, and now working hard here.
And only 30% of the field has hit this green in regulation. It's been a really challenging hole.
So there's Nelly trying to stay warm and keep the spirits up. Look at this scorecard, Morgan. For Nelly Korda, she was 3 back when the round began. She's now 5 ahead.
It's just a tremendous round of golf. I mean, I think of some of the epic rounds of golf that we've seen in tough conditions. I think Inji Chun, Congressional, kind of stands out to me. This is close. And you can't forget Brooke Henderson also with the 66. I mean, those 2 rounds in these conditions, Nelly, of course, still has some time to go, but it's just amazing what she has been able to put together today. The conditions are getting worse as well.
And our aerial coverage is provided by SHI along Lake Nona with the scoring average right about 73. Nelly 10 better at the moment, and Tom Abbott is there at the par 3 17.
Yeah, 138 yards with that front flag, and this is really tough. Wind is whipping. You see she's going to back off.
With this finishing... Sorry, Tom, go ahead.
I was going to say Lake Nona. Feels like Lake Michigan there at the moment.
This finishing stretch, these last 3 holes are playing the 3 most difficult holes on the course today. A lot of it having to do with being exposed here on 17.
Just can't let that ball get up in the air, and this one has gone high. Is it going to be able to get there is the question. Yeah, I mean, that just spun right up into the wind. It's so difficult.
Karen, what can you tell us about Lydia as we watch her here?
Well, she's in a... She's got obviously a bit of debris around where her ball has ended up, and I'm pretty sure that this is an area of the golf course that Lydia's never seen before, even though she's a member here. This is unusual to have hit this shot through the wind like she did and to end up in this spot. It's a pretty thick lie within this penalty area, and she doesn't have an awful lot of green to use.
Okay, so Lydia a chance to save par from off the green, but it's all about Nelly Korda today. She is 9 under par, got some work to do at the par 3 17th as the temperatures continue to drop. With the music pumping at 17, the second for Nelly.
Yeah, really tight lie. Got to try and clip it straight into the breeze. Just has that little bit too much spin. I got to tell you, this green, Grant.
How about the third for Lydia at 13, Karen?
Got a little bit of fluffy grass around this ball. Back into that wind.
Okay, so no bogeys for the first 46 holes. Now back to back. This is Korea's Yumin Wong at the 15th for birdie. 3 months ago, she wasn't even a member of the LPGA Tour. She won the Lotte Championship as a sponsor's invite, and here she is now, tied for 3rd. That's the ball of Nelly. And she's got this for par to stay 9 under.
Yeah, I mean, it is some of the most difficult conditions they'll face all year. This hole specifically, and I think the ball will start to move on this green. It is absolutely whipping. I think you've really got to be careful of this green here as we go through play.
part of it's just steadying your body and the club head as you're trying to putt. Looked as though that ball, I couldn't tell if it was a camera shake or a
We've
ball
got
move.
some Spanish moss blowing down the green. It might actually blow into her ball. No, it's going to miss it on the right. That's quite incredible.
If she waits long enough, it might knock it into the hole.
There's still another hour and a half of golf left to play as well, and it's only supposed to pick up. So that green being so exposed.
At the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions, Lydia for bogey, and what a turnaround for her. She goes bogey double.
This back nine plays so difficult. We saw, I mentioned the last 3 holes playing 3 of the most difficult on the golf course, but 12, 13, this hole that Lydia's playing right now, also playing really difficult.
So even with dropping her first shot of the day, Nellie's lead remains 5 because of Lydia's struggle at the 13th. 1 hole to go for Nellie. 8 under par. Running away with it here in Orlando. Check out the scores today, and you see Nellie Korda even with that bogey at 17. The best of the day, Brooke Henderson just finished up a moment ago with a 66 to get herself at least onto the front page of the leaderboard. And 18, another tough test, and here's Nellie on the tee.
Big time left to right wind. This one's leaking right on the wind.
There is room over there, but as you can see, there are going to be some pine trees potentially in her way. They're her parents getting a good look.
Peter and Regina. Well, we haven't had to say this much, but Lydia trying to regroup here at 14.
Thank you.
Tee that down. That looked like it was almost on the tee box. No tee, par 3 tee right there for Lydia. That's just her fairway finder.
Lydia Ko and Lottie Woad were tied for the lead when the round began. Now it's Nellie by 5. Nasa Hataoka, whom you see there, tied for 4th, has this one long range at 15.
Just got to settle.
Work left for Nasa as we send it down to over at the 14th. Here's Lydia's second.
Just trying to keep the trajectory down on this one as much as you can. You can see how such an abbreviated follow-through she had there. And it's so hard into this wind.
I mean, she chokes up typically, but she choked up almost to the metal on the shaft there for a full shot. You typically only see that when the ball's well above the feet.
Nasa for par at 15. How hard is putting in the wind, Paige?
Yeah, you don't want to give one away here. Last scoring opportunity on this backside. And unfortunate 3-putt, bad timing there. And coming into 3 really difficult holes to finish.
Marshall's getting everyone in order. At the 16th, Yubin Huang, her second.
These last few holes, these greens are impossible to hit. There's another missed green there. 44% of the field hit the green on 16 so far today.
Being off the left, I mean,
Today.
anything, honestly, aiming at the left, finishing left of the 18 is going to be okay. Yeah. I think you got to start it over by the pin.
She actually has a pretty good angle to this flag, if you can say that, from 184 yards with the wind whipping into off the left. But it's really going to be about quality of strike here. Get that ball flying through the breeze. Okay, this one's come out a little bit right.
If anything, that was going to be the bail. That's the safe place to be, especially as we just showed her highlights from yesterday. What happened when you miss left with that wind off the left. We're going to see a lot of players over in that same area over the next hour and a half.
Third shot for Lydia Ko at 14.
She's found herself in a little upslope in this bunker. Should be pretty straightforward.
Straight in. And that is how you right the ship. Bouncing back from a couple of stumbles. The hole out for birdie. Over at the 16th, Yumin Wang is for birdie.
Just off the green, but not a bad place to putt from. Up the hill.
This was a moment ago. A tap-in par at a tough hole. As Paige mentioned, 15, really your last good chance to pick up a shot or two. 16, 17, 18. Really tough. Here is that 15th, the third for Amy Yang.
Yeah, nice leave, just using the ground to let it run up.
Great shot.
Nice.
She'll break out of a tie for second, it would appear. So Nelly Korda was 9 under through 16, bogeyed 17. She's missed the green at 18. How about this third, Tom?
Well, the good news is that she's going right back into the breeze, so you feel like you can be a bit more aggressive.
You think I should flop this, or it's like sitting in a hole?
Yeah, then if it's sitting in a hole, I wouldn't flop it. I think you play just, you're kind of your high pitch. See it, buddy. Yeah, trust it.
You heard there, the ball not sitting great. But plenty of green to work with here. Just tried to dig it out. Now needs it to release to the hole. There's quite a lot of debris on the green because of all the breeze. Oh, wow. Wonderful shot there from Nelly.
Tremendous shot from a tough lie. Gosh, it felt like it was in a little bit of a hole.
For these winners from the last 2 years on the LPGA Tour. Amy Yang, short one for birdie. Amy didn't win last year, but did win back in 2024 in a big way. Her first major championship, the KPMG Women's PGA out in Sahalee. It was cool there. It's cold here, getting colder.
We don't know what the weather's going to be like and how much golf is going to be played, but now this is to cap off, I think, one of the best rounds of the year. I mean, I call it right here. It's going to be one of the best rounds of the year when we look back at 2026. This has just been incredible golf from Nelly Korda. It'd be really nice to see her finish off with a par here.
.64 for Nelly Korda. She goes from 3 back when the day started to 4 in front at the moment as she tries to win for the first time since the end of 2024.
Just a spectacular round of golf. Not just physically, but also mentally, staying focused as the conditions got tougher.
At the 16th hole, Nasa Hataoka had one of only 2 birdies yesterday here. He's got this one for par.
It's an important putt to avoid 3 bogeys in her last 4 holes. It was a good effort. But still, I mean, as we've talked about, these last 3 holes, exceptionally difficult today.
First time in this event for Ingrid Lindblad, the Swede, who went to LSU collegiately and won as a rookie last year on the LPGA Tour. Tough day. But a lot of promise for Ingrid.
And that's when the officials start to really evaluate. Is it a playable situation? Is it playable conditions? It doesn't happen very often on tour that becomes an issue, but if you have balls moving and it's taking time like this, it becomes an issue for playability.
Well, it's something that we didn't really think about coming into this week. We were worried about the delay of play come tomorrow morning of frost. We weren't thinking about a wind delay today, but that, as we're seeing, is somewhat on the table here. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point.
Yeah, it's steady wind of 20 to 25, and it's gusting, as you see, much higher than that. All right, while they wait, let's go back to 16 and the closest pursuer to Nelly Korda, Amy Yang, but she's now got these 3 holes that are playing so tough.
Just you have to take more club and swing smooth in these conditions. Nobody swings smoother than Amy. It's not often you see people try and punch a fairway metal, but
wow.
That shot.
Well, you said it. Best tempo in the game for a long time, huh? And Karen, second time that Lydia's been in it in as many days.
Beautiful.
It is, but this one's a lot easier than yesterday. She's not as close to that front lip, and so she does have an opportunity to play a good shot in here to this green. However, heavy wind from the right, and with that penalty area cutting in on the left, the bailout has to be to the right of this green. Mind you, she does like to hit a fade. So if she can fade it, hold it against that wind.
It's okay. Not the best angle back into this green. It's difficult for a partial pitch shot, but she's pretty proficient at that.
Anything you can do to stay warm, jog in place, or like Michael Pena, just right out of the screen. There he comes back. He knows where the camera is. On just a brutal day to play when the scoring average has been 73 plus, Nelly Korda shoots 64 to take the lead by 4, and she is with Amy Rogers. So many highlights, Morgan. This was at 12.
Getting off to that hot start. 4 birdies and an eagle out in 30 and just kept it rolling, teeing off an hour and a half before the leaders.
Paige, even in these conditions, putts like this length, no gimme.
No, because you got to keep your body stable and still, but as well as the putter head, without having too much tension and still having a smooth stroke.
And then one more at 15.
Just after a poor drive to the left off the tee, but still able to do what she does best, score on par 5s.
And those last 3 holes are basically playing a stroke and a half over par. She plays them in +1 and gets in with 64. Third at that 15th for Lydia Ko.
And Paige, you're right, the angle was pretty tough. Not much green to use.
Yeah, just difficult as well as downwind from that angle.
All right, beautiful second shot into this 16th, and Tom Abbott is there to watch it for Amy Yang.
Yeah, really good look for birdie here for Amy Yang, just up the slope. Looks like the pace and line is perfect.
I mean, that's stealing 1 or more, 1.5.
I'm actually shocked to see that there are 2 other birdies today on that 16th hole.
Goodness, we saw Elim Kim struggling just to keep the ball from moving. So this is going to be for double.
It's like watching the Blair Witch Project here. Our whole camera can't stay steady either, as well as the ball. Really, really difficult conditions right now.
And there comes some more Spanish moss. Interrupt the Koreans. Look for double.
It's just unsettling. I mean, you're standing over it. You want to putt, but you're like in the back of your mind, you're thinking it's going to be moving. It's just tough mentally for the players. You can almost see she's afraid to take the putter back. What's about a foot?
That's all it looks like.
I mean, the camera might be frozen for a moment, but that was just Elim waiting. This is a birdie putt for Lydia. Up quickly, Karen.
Yeah, these last few holes, as this wind's picked up, the putter's kind of left Lydia just a little bit.
Yeah, the birdie was from a bunker, holed out at 14, but after not making a bogey for her first 47 holes, a couple of stumbles for Lydia. Not for Nelly, 64, out in front by 3. All right, so Paige, 138 yards, and the field is hitting this green in regulation less than a quarter of the time.
And look at this. Just ballooning. These are the best players in the world. My goodness.
And a bit of a backup there at the par 3. We send it down to Tom with those greats of the LPGA playing with him. Different setting for him. Lydia feels right at home here at her home club. How about this tee shot?
She does, but as Tom has already said, I mean, heavily into the wind.
Well, it takes something special to make a birdie here like we just saw from Amy Yang. It's been a really tough day for Lottie Woad. She was tied with Lydia coming into the third round here.
We've seen a lot of people over this green. This is an exceptionally difficult shot. Just everything sloping away. About 5 different slopes to negotiate there. That was a tremendous shot.
Temperatures continue to drop here in Central Florida. Upper 40s. It's going to be freezing overnight. Going to barely get to this temperature tomorrow, if that. This is Yumin Huang, KLPGA winner. Won as a sponsor invite last year on the LPGA Tour. Took up LPGA membership. Here she is in the Tournament of Champions and playing great. Got this for par.
Which would be a good score on this hole today, given how difficult it is playing. 17th now, playing over a half a shot over par. It has accelerated. The scoring has accelerated on this hole just in the last hour as we've seen the winds continue to pick up. It was only playing 2/10 over par earlier.
And just repeating, Paige, 138 yards. LPGA officials are on site here at the 17th just to monitor the ball moving back and forth. She won in windy conditions in Florida, but look at this ball go.
This
is
go
going
off
to stay
the
on the green. Look out.
Wow. From what, 18 feet away?
How close are we here to...
This is where it becomes a bit unfair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Oh, no, she thought for a moment it was going to stop.
Wow. Welcome to the LPGA.
I mean, the officials there watching. That
Is that across the line? Close.
I mean,
Needs another club.
yeah, they look like it to me.
Brian Fahey of the LPGA rules staff. Calling Mother Nature, saying ease up a little bit. Lottie for par at 16. First shadow we've seen today. How about that par? Here's the scorecard, a lot of fives. So the remaining groups here just with a couple of holes to go, but it's going to be tough to get in. This is Lydia with her third at the 16th.
She hit her second from the rough and thought she caught a flyer and was thinking it might go over the back of the green, but caught a gust of wind and ended up coming up short. And she said to me, all you can do is laugh in these situations because it is that strange and hard for these players to play in.
As Yumin Huang putted it off the green for par. She's got a fourth shot from right there coming up at some point. Oh boy. We've got a horn coming. Well, I think
we take it in?
that had the look that play's been called.
Not run.
No rain in the forecast and no horns nearby.
Ahead of us, yeah.
22 minutes she took the putt. You're going to blow the whistle?
Now, you can see.
It's a subjective call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a difficult position that the officials are in right now. We know we have terrible weather tomorrow. You want to get as much golf in as possible on the day. It seems to be the only hole that's causing this issue. It is very subjective on when play would be called in a situation like this.
Yeah, Michael, always finding the camera.
I have to say, I do not think the officials anticipated, I don't think that we anticipated that we would have a wind delay today. We knew it would be tough. And there it is, the horn.
And a little late for Yumin Huang, unfortunately. So she's going to have a fourth shot coming up from in front of the green. Here she is, tied for third place. And we said it a couple of hours ago. Nelly Court and Brooke Henderson in with those low scores, and they were able to get their round over with.
A huge advantage. I mean, still played wonderful golf in tough conditions because it still wasn't easy the rest of the day. But there's no question about 2:30 is when the weather changed for the worse with regards to the wind.
Well, because of I think the 18 green is...
Okay, guys, we're going in. We're going to talk
the meteorologists and stuff and see if we can get back out, but it's not looking great. So
This is because of the wind.
it's the wind. The balls are rolling off the 17.
Yeah, 17.
That's the, I mean, everywhere else they're fine. It's that one.
Yeah.
It's uber unfair right now, so. Okay. Yep.
It was uber unfair the last couple of turns.
I know.
Yeah, the earmuffs are keeping you warm and maybe keeping you from hearing some choice words. It's frustrating out there for everybody.
He was like, I think you're going to have to drive her off the
That was
field.
Missy Jones, the LPGA rules official, coming in to say that 17th was just uber unfair. Nelly Corda. It hasn't often looked like a fair fight with Nelly when she's at her best. 7 times a winner 2 years ago. And this is why we are in a weather delay. The waves are crashing off of Lake Nona onto the shoreline here. Round 3 at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. Yeah, batten down all of the hatches. It is really whipping out there. Just a couple of groups left.